The second that you start standing up for yourself, they want to peg you as the bad guy. I done gave y'all so much grace that y'all started getting carried away. Y'all started running over me. Y'all started running fucking track and field over my ass. But now that I'm standing 10 toes down about myself, I'm the bad guy. I'm gonna have to just be that, honey. You cannot do whatever you want to do to me no more. I will not be giving you grace anymore. When I gave you grace, you took advantage of it. You took it and you ran with it. The days of me being Mr. Nice Guy is over. Sorry, not sorry.
Hey cousins, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite cousin, Glow Up with Elon. Come in, don't be shy. You already know this is your safe space to just be. Here we celebrate women embracing themselves with love, patience, and kindness. I'm that cousin, your favorite cousin, cheering you on, reminding you to forgive yourself and helping you shine from the inside out. Every video is a chance for us to laugh, learn, and grow together, adding a little sparkle, a little softness, and just the right amount of realness. So if you're ready to elevate your life one step at a time, then you're exactly where you're meant to be. And that's here with me. Now, cousins, you already know what time it is. It's that season when we all gather with our family and friends. You know, the holidays where folks bring out the matching pajamas, the burnt mac and cheese somebody swear is their specialty, and the unsolicited opinions nobody asked for. And for some of us, just the thought of stepping into grandma's house got us breaking out the holiday hives, because let's be honest, sometimes your family, your friends, and even your spouse act up at these gatherings like it's a yearly talent show called Who Can Stress You Out First. You're trying to keep it cute, keep it peaceful, keep it classy, but cousin, today we are going to learn how to keep bound, because it's time to set some ground rules. Today's topic is Holiday Boundaries 101, setting limits with family, partners, and friends, even during forgiveness season. Listen, forgiveness is free, but access is not. We got to train people on what we're not accepting and let them know if they cross that line, there will be consequences. And we're going to stand on them like a fresh pair of boots. But before we get all the way into this message, hold up, cousin, pause the screen. If you're not a part of this family yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can join the best cousin crew on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video because it helps push the channel through the YouTube algorithm. And you know we need more positive vibes out here in these digital streets. And hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop new gems, new growth, and new giggles. So alright cousins, grab your snacks, get your hot cocoa, get comfortable, and tune into this video because we got boundaries to set, peace to protect, and a holiday season to survive with style. Let's get into it.
Have y'all ever been in a season of your life where you just really not fucking playing around no more? Like you ain't fucking playing around with nothing. Your boundaries, the things that you want, the motherfuckers that you want in your life, the career you're chasing for, like you just not playing no more. Like you are so serious. And it's so crazy because before you can get to this point, you gotta really face the reality of some shit. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm 36, right? At the age of 22, I actually start giving a fuck. And if you ain't 22 yet, you ain't giving a fuck yet, and that's good. But when you start giving a fuck around the age of 22, you start developing relationships. So then you start putting your boundaries to the side, and then people start fucking playing with you, acting like they can't get fucking kicked to the curb. But because you be developing relationships with motherfuckers and you be having love for them, right? You sometimes put your boundaries to the side. And I think once you hit around 30, that's why people say your 30s is where you really thrive. Because in your 30s, you're not fucking playing with people. Like in my 30s, the last 6 years I've been here, I've been really making motherfuckers understand that you're not finna fucking play with me. And this is really happening to the people in the past, and the people that I'm coming in contact with, it's just being the best relationships because I have boundaries now. I'm not fucking letting people play with me. And I don't know who needs to hear this message, but yes, go through whatever the fuck you going through, and don't let nobody call you dumb, because whatever you going through gonna prepare you for what you're going to go through. Because in this thing of life we call here, the one thing that I do know that's gonna work for you is not to let nobody fucking play with you. So if you watching this is the last thing I'ma fucking say. When a motherfucker think they can play with you, make sure you remind them that they can't. And in your 30s, I think you start to establish that, so get some fucking boundaries. That's really all I got to say. Get some boundaries.
You know a boundary was necessary when you finally impose it and it causes friction. Let that sink in for a second. Boundaries are uncomfortable and they break the norm. It's disrupting the system. It's going against everything someone thought you were and even you thought you were.
The older that I get, the more I understand how important it is to have boundaries, because people will play in your face until the day you die if you let them. And the worst part about it is that after you hit like that 25-year mark, you can't blame that shit on nobody but yourself. You have to take full accountability. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand when shit is my motherfucking fault. Like, you mean to tell me I have to take so much accountability to the point where I might have to dig deep into my childhood trauma and figure out what it is that my mom and dad did or said to me when I was younger that makes me allow people to treat me like shit and walk all over me in my adult life? Who the fuck has time for that?
I recently had to tell my mother to stop fear-mongering me. I had to tell her that if she's gonna speak over me, she needs to only speak good things over me. I understand that parents are here to kind of guide you and push you in the right direction and help you prevent certain heartbreaks and certain difficult situations, but it's just getting to be too much. To remind her that as much as I know that she prays for me and wishes the best for me, when she is worried and filled with doubt and she shares those doubts with me, I feel like it slows me down and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And I know that a lot of us have the same experience, especially if you're African or Caribbean or just like have an immigrant parent. The fear mongering, it's insane. And I think it's very interesting when you have a religious parent who is fear-mongering, because for me, it's like, aren't we all operating under the idea that if it's God's will, it's God's will? I'm confused. One of the hardest things I've had to do is build a sense of self and resilience outside of my mother's fears. And I just finally had to tell her, like, hey, girl, I love you. I'm happy that we have a relationship now, but keep them doubts to yourself, okay?
One thing I wish I knew before regarding friendships, you're gonna have selfish moments and it's okay to set boundaries with your friends. If people cross your boundaries, it's okay to let them go. You don't have to hold on to a relationship with a friend just because you call them a friend. You don't have to feel like a bad friend for setting boundaries either. I've set boundaries with friends that protect my mental health. I have told friends plenty of times, I am not the friend that you're going to call and is going to sit on the phone with you all day. I just can't do that. It's not personal. I also have social anxiety, so I don't want to interact all the time. I don't want to go out all the time. I don't want to kiki all the time. I don't want to gossip. I'm a very low maintenance friend. And I think a lot of people will see low maintenance friends as being selfish. And that's a boundary I set. And regarding friendships, if that boundary is crossed, then I'm gonna go, because it puts me in a weird space of having to pretend, and I don't like to pretend. Do not feel bad when you set boundaries with your friends. If your friends cannot respect your boundaries, then they cannot respect your space, and they should not be in it, okay?
And another thing the girls don't tell you before you get on your healing journey is that when you start setting boundaries, people around you are going to get triggered. And it's because you are forcing them to self-reflect. When you start making personal boundaries, people take it personal because you are forcing them to look at themselves. Like, well, damn, maybe I am excessive. Maybe I do call this bitch too much. Maybe I do like the trauma done. Maybe I am the drama. You are. And this is why I have to set boundaries with you. So don't get upset when people try to make you feel bad that you're now setting boundaries and limitations in your life. They're not upset with you. They're upset that you're no longer allowing this behavior. And because you allowed that behavior for so long, oh baby, they're going to be triggered and confused. But it's not for you to make them understand why you're doing it. I said what I said. And always keep that energy.
Setting a boundary is not telling somebody else what they can and cannot do. It is saying what you will not allow, what you will not take, what you will not stand for. That's a boundary. You're saying, my house, my fence goes to this parameter. It is not saying, on your house, the fence needs to go up to a certain circle length so you don't come over to my house. Like, that's not how that works. You can't tell nobody what to do. The more you try to tell somebody what to do, the more they're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do to spite you. So just say what you ain't going for. The thing is, people like to place responsibility into other people's hands. They like to say, well, you better not, because they don't want to take accountability for themselves. Because as soon as they do it, are you going to leave? Are you going to excommunicate them from your community? Probably not. You don't want to be accountable. So you would rather just tell them what they shouldn't be doing rather than saying what you're not going to do or what you're going to stand for or what you're not going to stand for. Because once they do it, now they're going to be looking at you, so what you going to do? And now it's up to you to leave. But you don't want to do that. You want it to be their responsibility. Oh, why won't you just get it right? Why won't you act right? Why won't you do this? You just keep. But what about you? Your boundary was you can't talk to me any kind of way. He didn't talk to you any kind of way. Now what you gonna do? See, it's the language. The responsibility was never in your hands in the first place because you told him what he couldn't do. Now he did it, but there's no real consequences because you didn't want to set none for real. That's why you didn't say what you was gonna do. If you wanted real consequences, you would have said, if anything, I'm not going for this. This is where I stand. This is my boundary. This is where it stops. You know what I'm saying? So when it happened, you go up and dip. You're gonna show them that you're standing on your boundaries. But that's nothing. When you lay the boundary, you gotta stand on it. You gotta stand on it. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of building a fence around your house if you always got the fence open? The fence ain't even no damn fence. It's just a piece of string. The hell? Man, get that shit.
So when you set a boundary comes with a consequence. So if I say to you, my boundary is please do not yell at me. I don't like when you communicate with me and you raise your voice. If you yell at me, the consequence is I'm going to stop talking or communicating with you 100%. Like I'm not going to answer your phone calls anymore. I'm going to remove myself from this relationship. That's my consequence. And without that, then I just prefer you not to do that action. But without a consequence, that's not a boundary. I said, I've been having preferences all my life.
That's all I have is preferences. I don't have boundaries.
Because there were never consequences for it.
I'm going to allow you to do something over and over again. But I haven't told you if you continue to do this, there would be a disconnect. I don't have that because it's the level of people pleasing.
I'm afraid that if I tell you what the consequence is, then you're going to be okay with my absence. And because I struggled with abandonment issues, I'm willing to put up with your action even though it's harming me. So when you set a boundary comes with a consequence. So if I say to you, my boundary is please do not yell at me. I don't like when you communicate with me and you raise your voice. If you yell at me, the consequence is I'm going to stop talking or communicating with you 100%. Like I'm not going to answer your phone calls anymore. I'm going to remove myself from this relationship. That's my consequence. And without that, then I just prefer you not to do that action. But without a consequence, that's not a boundary. I said, I've been having preferences all my life.
That's all I have is preferences. I don't have boundaries.
Because there were never consequences for it.
I'm going to allow you to do something over and over again. But I haven't told you if you continue to do this, there would be a disconnect. I don't have that because it's the level of people pleasing.
I'm afraid that if I tell you what the consequence is, then you're going to be okay with my absence. And because I struggled with abandonment issues, I'm willing to put up with your action even though it's harming me.
Cousin, listen to me real quick. Stand firm in your boundaries 10 toes down. Cemented, rooted. Like that one tree in everybody's childhood neighborhood that just refuses to die. And don't you dare be afraid to cut off the people who intentionally crosses those boundaries. You know the type, the ones who don't accidentally overstep, they leap over your boundaries like they're competing in the Olympics hurdles. Trust me, I met my fair share of boundary crossers too. And baby, I had to check them like a pair of Nikes, okay? Respectfully. I had to just do it. I had to. I don't know why, but during the holiday seasons, something strange happens. It's like family, friends, and even your lover just get bold out of nowhere. They act like the holiday give them a free pass to run over you like you're some type of emotional track and field mat. But not this year, cousin. This year, you're standing your ground. You're advocating for yourself. You're choosing peace, even if that peace comes with the side of distance. Yes, some people will take it well, and that's cool. I like that. They'll respect your mind. They'll say, okay, cousin, I hear you. You know what? I respect that. I apologize. And then we have the stragglers. You know the ones, the loud, dramatic. Oh, you take everything personal. The combative folks who act like your boundaries are a personal attack on their existence. Those are the exact people who need the strongest boundaries because they think they own front row tickets to your life. Like, you know, when you walk into the family holiday function looking cute, glowing, moisturized, smelling like vanilla and ambitious, and here comes your messy, gossiping Auntie Brenda. Everybody got an Auntie Brenda. The one who always have a plate before the prayer and a comment before the facts. She pulls you aside loud as ever, talking about, so niece, who are you dating now? You still with that little, that little situationship? I saw something on Facebook. I'm just trying to help you. You listen, I ain't trying to be in your business. But Auntie just trying to help you because I heard something. Now, cousin, normally this moment would shrink you, make you quiet, or sometimes you would just laugh it off nervously. But not this year. This year, you will say, with a smile so sweet, it could go in a cookbook, Auntie Brittany, I love you, but I'm not discussing my personal life today. If you need someone to gossip with, you want to find another topic or another audience. And if she tries you again, you hit her with the remix. Auntie Brenda, I already told you, we're not doing that today. Let's stick to macaroni and not my business. Boom. Boundaries enforced. Respectfully. And cousin, she could be mad all she wants. Because guess what? You matter. Your feelings matter. Sometimes setting boundaries means saying no to the invites. Not showing up for family dinner. The friend gift exchange or the job holiday party. Because your peace was more important. And when you didn't go, you slept better than you have in months. You felt lighter. You felt free. See, holiday seasons is when boundaries matter the most. People get bold. People get nosy. People get too comfortable. And if you don't clearly communicate what you would and would not allow, they will just take the slate and drive right across your emotional line. Enforcing your boundaries protect your mental health. It protects your energy. It protects your self of self. Life gets so much better when you learn to speak up for yourself and stop letting people run amok in your life like it's a Black Friday sale. And here's the real truth. You don't have to explain why you enforce your boundaries. You said what you said, and that's what it is. It's the end of the story. It ends with how you feel, period. That's it. You are not a bad person for setting boundaries. If a person can't respect your boundaries, then they can't respect you or your space. And that's on period. But cousins, thank you for spending time with me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it gave you strength, courage, and confidence to stand firm in your holiday boundaries. Let's talk about it in the comments. Tell me a time you had to enforce a boundary even when you didn't like it. Because listen, we all been there. And do me a favor. Send this video to at least 3 cousins who you know need this message. You never know who needs a reminder that their peace is priceless. Oh, and before I forget, it's 100% okay to have boundaries while holiday shopping too now. If someone has to sit out from receiving a gift this year, then baby, that's between them and their attitude. You choose your financial peace, and I support that over here, okay, cousins? Because listen, the economy is crazy right now. So you might have to set boundaries with your wallet, and I understand that. As always, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when your favorite cousin drops more gems. And above everything else, be you, because there's only one you, and the world needs more people like you. But like the sand in the hourglass, we are out of time. So until next time, bye, cousin.